प्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलमेन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदं माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मेस्तु तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. May all my limbs attain strength. May the body, mind, all the sensory and motor organs be powerful and efficient. All is verily the one absolute blissful existence, the Brahman. Let me never deny this truth. May this truth of oneness never reject me either. May all the virtues necessary to experience this truth in life be with me. Om peace, peace, peace. Let us feel the one unchanging reality behind all the apparent changing multiplicity. Imagine a wax museum. All statues of different celebrated great people. Certainly they look different. Let me feel I am one statue there. In appearance, I am different from all others. I am aware the greatness of Einstein, I am no Einstein. I am no artist Picasso either. I am no writer George Bernard Shaw. I am no Abraham Lincoln. I am different from all of them, and each of them are different from each other, but only in appearance. Inside, let me be conscious of the inside. All are one. Everything in this whole universe from huge galaxies to tiny electrons, different from each other, only in appearance. All are different forms and so have different names. But the substance, the essence, the reality of all is the same. Om. Peace, peace, peace. So, dear friends, let us begin this 29th class of Svetasvatara Upanisad. From last class, we started the study of the 4th chapter, which is telling us about the essence of what is called meditation and spiritual life. The essence is to make our awareness comprehensive, the awareness that is stuck in forms and names, and that is why everything is so different only. That is only a partial knowledge, insignificantly partial, let me say. It is without the understanding of the underlying unity, this understanding of awareness of differences, names and forms, that is where all our problems begin. And the problems have no solution if we do not look deeper. And this looking deeper is what is called meditation. So let us begin the discussion with our regular prayers. Om Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May we be protected together. May we be nourished together. May we work together, attain strength together. May our study make us illumined. May there be no dislike between us. Om, peace, peace, peace. So this initial prayer symbolically contains this idea of underlying oneness, because togetherness is feeling that one, that yes, we are together, we have something common, and that common reality of all is held on to for the togetherness. When we lose sight of that common reality that holds us together, we become separated. When we have that awareness of we, then there is no animosity. As soon as that idea vanishes and I comes, then, well, then there is animosity, there is jealousy, there is hatred, all that comes. So, therefore, uh, to march towards unity, the most important step is to march towards this togetherness, to see that we are connected. Everything in the universe is connected by this common thread of underlying oneness, that reality. It is that is where the whatever we are seeking in life is kept, as it were. It is in those big treasure islands like stories in the childhood you all must have read, that it is the treasure is hidden deep somewhere. A very puzzling rough sketch is available with those who are searching, and they are after that so many obstacles, so many wrong clues, but ultimately they come to that uh, very secret place, a hidden place where all the treasure is kept. So, this is like a real treasure hunt, that to see that, which is really the treasure for all of us, the ultimate peace and happiness. So all want it. Other things vary, but all want happiness and peace. Somebody would be thinking that I want to become a big sports person. Somebody may think I want to become a richest person. Somebody may think something else. That they are those things will be a variety will be there, but all definitely and uniformly seek happiness and peace. So that is the treasure all of us are hunting after. Why, Paul, you are not convinced? Okay, okay, very good, thank you. I thought you were looking like that as if you don't agree there. Okay, you agree, okay. So it is, uh, this is the common treasure, and where we find it? By, removing the appearance and concentrating on the deeper reality. That is what is meant by meditation. Meditation, as we were discussing last class, it is not just sitting. Meditation, well, sitting helps. And like you, when you are driving car, adjusting the seat is important. But that is not driving. It only adjusting the seat and just sitting there doesn't take you anywhere. But adjusting your seat, your mirrors and everything is what Subhash is important, isn't it? Yeah, yeah, but then you have to drive. So meditation, yes, sitting, excellent, very good idea. But then the awareness must change. And then that awareness now should continue whether you are sitting or not sitting. In life it must percolate. Whenever we see the appearance and the multiplicity in appearance, our mind should go to the underlying unity. That is what, see, Sri Ramakrishna's awareness is. This is the life, this is not something that is just abstract, only in the brain. No, this is matter of tangible, practical experience, that Sri Ramakrishna would see that all these different things, they are just the different manifestations of the same one divine reality. He would see that the one God has appeared in all these changing forms. So in meditation, our awareness that is stuck, it is stuck, very hardly glued. That what is that, gorilla glue or something that they use? So our awareness is stuck in this multiplicity. It has to be weaned away from that, and that is why meditation becomes difficult, because it is not ready to get away from that. And so there are, some time back we discussed all the obstacles in meditation, that the mind goes into stupor. It works hard to get away, but when seeing that it is still stuck, then it kind of goes into stupor, and then you get a feeling, oh, I was deep in meditation. Well, you were in deep sleep probably. Sometimes the other get the sound of your deep meditation if you are sitting together. So that is, it is tough, but if we approach methodically, very sincerely, and at regular, at proper regularity, if we continue it for some time, and that some is a long time. Some time doesn't mean okay for 5 minutes. No, it may take 5 years, it may take 5 decades, may take 5 lifetimes or whatever you say. But one has to do that, and thus the awareness will shift and our life will change. These pictures we had seen last time, that it is a transformation. Spiritual life is a transformation. The life that is glued to matter is to be changed to life that is glued to spirit. Mm. It is, then the matter is just secondary. It is only the outer casing, that's all. It is, you see the inner reality, and your life goes according to the inner reality. It is like those who people go to buy things now, or you get the checks when say you are receiving as proceeds of your business several checks. Now the checks, they are similar in appearance, but could be very different in value. So what your attention is at, what is the amount written, whether the printed check is having a blue background or a green background or a red background, that is not important. What is the amount there. So it is, that is how they it should shift to that which really is what you are looking for. This is the spiritual life. That life just stuck in matter. Oh, how much money I am making, how much sense enjoyment I am going to get, how much my popularity is going to increase. All that is life stuck in matter. So one has to therefore make a very scientific attempt. It is to be done therefore with under the proper guidance. If we haphazardly do things, it is not going to work. Like this plant, you put at one end the coarse ore, and then at the other end you collect the finished product. Uh, and lot of things go on in between. That ore is being ground. So our awareness, our present awareness stuck with matter is has to be mercilessly pulverized, has to get completely thrashed. That Khalil Gibran's book is there, Prophet. The Prophet, very popular book at one time, great poetry. So it talks about love there. The love is going to trash you, knead you, pulverize you, and that is what it is. You should be ready for that, because it is wrong awareness has to be discarded, has to be thrown away, and to be substituted by the right awareness. So this is a transformation. The divinity is in us that needs to be manifested. That like the pure lustrous metal is there, but it is mixed with and is covered with all the coarse ore, all the dirt and other things that need to be discarded, thrown away. Then the pure metal with all its luster will come out, and this is what is called the manifestation of divinity already in us. This is why This statement of Swami Vivekananda is put right there. Religion is the manifestation of divinity already in us. It is already there. Let us believe in this. Let us have this confidence that it is already there. That need not be brought out somewhere. If the metal is not in the ore, then you keep on crushing the ore and melting it and do whatever, it won't come out. But if it is there, only the processing is the manifestation of that metal. So, within us, this divine nature is there. Each of us is divine. Let us have the confidence. And that is the first stage, requirement. This tremendous confidence has to be there. I am divine. I am not a slave to matter. I am spirit. The matter is subservient to me. And thus, we will manifest it. That is what we saw last time. The man, the demon, the man, the animal. Human being is otherwise an animal, but that is there is the hidden divinity. That hidden divinity is to be manifested through the process of spiritual practice, and then the inner divine reality manifests. The life becomes the life of uh, that bliss and peace. So it is that is the goal. So we had seen the first verse. Now we will, in the same spirit, there are these other verses, 2-3 more verses. तदेव अग्निस्तदादित्यस्तद्वायु तदु चंद्रमा तदेव शुक्रम तद्ब्रह्म तदापस्तत् प्रजापतिः. That itself is the fire, that is the sun, that is the air, that is the moon, that is also the starry firmament, that is Brahman, that is the waters, that is Prajapati. Prajapati is a technical word which means the firstborn in this universe, the first form. That all the forms have come from that first form. So it therefore has the controlling power over all the forms. So that one reality is all these forms, the smallest to the biggest, and all the variety is actually just that. So the same idea is presented here, that the attention has to be shifted. So whenever we see, say, as it is mentioned here, that itself is fire. When you see fire, then you see it should be seen as God manifesting as fire. So God is to be seen, but manifesting as fire. So it is to be put out. If it is in the wrong place, then it is fire, it is God actually. So why shall I put it out? That should not be the attitude. It is where you have to deal with forms, deal with forms. But be aware that this form is a problem. There is I don't want this form here at this time. So fire is God. There was a very nice question answer that when suppose you say in the robber also there is God, is it not? Yes, robber also has a God. So the way of worshipping robber God is when you see one call 911. That is the mantra for that worship. When you see a robber god, then the robber god should not be worshipped with flowers and all that. So it is to be worshipped by the mantra. What mantra, Paul? 911. So, yeah, that is the proper mantra for the worship of God in the form of robber. So, the forms are there, but our awareness of the form should not conceal the awareness of the inner divinity. God that appears as robber also. The God that appears as a saintly person, that very God appears as a demonical person, a diabolical person, is also equally God. Just as in a movie, the hero is also the screen, the saintly person that you see is also the screen, Jesus that you see there is also screen, and then all the devilish people that you see in the movie, all these villains, they also are the same screen and not different at all. So this is to be understood, that and attention should include the attention of the basic divinity, because the forms change. Forms keep on shifting and changing. The person who was, say, very evil minded, that can become a very holy person, and that happens. So, and therefore, it is not that the shape remains the same, but the manifestation of divinity is there now. That is the idea that we should develop, that although there are the such appearances, yet the divinity is not gone. The divinity is right there. It is like if we switch off these lights, not going to do, but just imagine that suppose the lights are switched off. Do you think that they have gone bad? No, they are not gone bad. Flip the switch on, and then again the light comes. So, it is when we see somebody behaving in a very bad, evil manner, and it is so relative, evil to somebody may be good to somebody. It is like that. So, it is when we see that, we may think that only, well, the light is not switched on, that's all. Nothing wrong there. The power is there, the divinity is there. So, all these things, when we see the sun, God appearing as sun, all other forms as well, these are all the appearances. So, one has to move, to turn those appearances away, and then see the divine within, and then understand that all these are, after all, the appearances of the same reality. This confusion is to be avoided, that we take this information that thus so God is in everything, and this is where the mind very easily cheats us. So, if I am caught in some appearance, attached to something, and I am not wanting to get rid of that attachment, then I tell myself, oh, that also is God after all. My attachment to that is like attachment to God. And the question is, are you aware of it as God? We are not. If we are aware, we won't get attached to it. It is a very important something. If we are caught into something in some form, then we are not aware of the divinity there. It is it is just because of our attachment, we do not want to see that attachment is gone, and we get caught in it, and thus this knowledge then that it is all divine only remains in the brain, does not percolate in our life. It becomes in fact the life of hypocrisy, and that we say that I am spiritual because I know that God is in all these things. I have read it. I have studied all Upanishads. I have studied Bible. I have studied books of all different religions, and I know that yes, God is in everything. And so my attachment to my spouse is not really a problem at all, because there is God in that also. My attachment to my children or grandchildren is not a problem, because there is God in them too. My attachment to my pets is no problem at all, because there is God in them as well. Well, just think, it is really, are you thinking of that as a God, or you are thinking of that as a particular form? This is very important. If we are stuck in that form, then we will miss the truth. This is, if we if you miss it. I have told that incident many times, that sticking to the form. It happened many years ago, when I had just come from India here, and I was not aware of many the customs and so forth. So my first Easter here, 2002, and somebody had presented me with an Easter bunny. Easter bunny. It was a nicely, so beautifully made golden bunny, and I did not think that it is just a gold foil, or and I had kept there. One member who liked chocolate a lot, uh, so she had her eye on it. I had just kept it in my room as a showpiece. It is a nice bunny. My attention was on the form only, the outer appearance. But she knew that it is actually a candy. So, after waiting for a fortnight or so, she finally asked, Swami, when you are going to break that, open that and distribute the candy to us. Candy? Where is it? Hey, that on that piece that in your room that you have kept, that bunny. Well, it is nice looking, isn't it? Yeah, but it is candy. It is to be. I see. I didn't know that. So that is why the bunny survived that long. So it is. Mm, so why our these all the names and forms survive? Now you know. Uh, our attachment to them survives because we don't look in the inner reality. When we look at the inner reality, then okay, hey, come on. Otherwise, we miss the substance. Otherwise we miss the candy. So that is how no the appearance is like that. So this is everything, the awareness should become, this is the transformation. And we get according to that. If our idea is just glued to the form, then we get only the form, nothing more than that. We will not be eating the animal crackers then, because it is the form. Oh, it is the tiger. I don't want to eat tiger. What do you mean? But when you go beyond the form, means what? You destroy the form basically. You eat the animal cracker, means what? That tiger does not remain anymore. You were seeing in that animal cracker, animal was not being seen, animal form was being seen, inside that is the cracker. So in all these small and big forms, we must accept, understand and accept that these forms are appearances. They are constantly changing, and therefore they are not real. It is a very important thing to know that if those things which shift and change, they are appearances, not real, like in the dream. Things come, things go. In what we call waking state now, it is also like dream, comes and goes. Things keep on shifting. That is what we see in the world. Our sense organs, they are capable of perceiving only the changes. Only change is perceived. Like eyes, if things are not moving at all, our eye will not be able to see it. And there is the whatever the photons or the waves, they have to be released from there and hit my eyes, then an image gets formed. And there is the movement that goes on in the eyes that makes us see. If not, we will not be able to see anything. That which does not change, we cannot see, we cannot hear, we cannot touch. The world that we perceive is only the changes we perceive. That which does not change, that which is real, that which is the source of true existence, true bliss, that is perceived by transcending these appearances, going beyond these appearances. So, this is the idea. The next verse is a very famous verse, very often quoted. Swami Vivekananda has quoted this verse several times. It is even many of my teachers they used to quote this. It's a very powerful verse. Tvam Sri Tvam Pumanasi Tam Kumara Athva Kumari Tvam Jirno Dandena Vanchasi Tvam Jato Bhavasi Vishvato Mukhaha. That it is, thou art the woman, thou art the man, thou art the youth and the maiden too. Thou art the old man who totters along leaning on the staff. Thou art born with faces turned in all directions. Jato bhavasi vishvatu mukha. That you are uh, appearing as, say, a female form, woman. You are woman. It is God who is appearing as woman. It is God who is appearing as man, just shaped like that, that's all, like the animal crackers, just given a shape. So that is why it is man, woman, all that. That is why, because of the inner sameness, we have the this craving for sameness. We want to have that same rule, equality. We should have equal, respect. We should be treated equally. I had gone to that LaSalle Academy recently. I go there twice a year, and then in one class, the question was asked there that does Hinduism, does it treat women equally, with equal respect as men? Said yes, the respect is equal, but that doesn't mean the functions are equal. The two things are different. You see that it is everything has a different function. It is you treat it with respect. You treat your footwear that you put in the feet, that say the shoes. You treat them with respect, equal respect as you treat your hat. But that doesn't mean that the footwear should be put on the head and hat should be put on the feet. Does it mean the equality? Naomi, that instead of putting slippers on the feet, put the hat on the feet and slippers on your head. That is not equality, but both have to be treated with equal respect, because God appears as both. So, tvam stri, tvam pumanasi, that you are appearing as a woman. So, whenever we see a form, man or woman, the awareness should be that God appearing in that form, that's all. It is God. That is how the truth is. It is that equality is. Where is that equality? If you look at the outer appearances, no two things are equal in the world. If you look at the functions, no two things are equal. And yet, where is this craze of equality from? The craze of equality ensues from the underlying same substance. All of them are same. Like you, when you see the underlying reality of all the statues in the wax museum, then you see that it is same. If you put a little heat to any of them, then the form will go away. Then that Picasso and Einstein will become same, you say. It is otherwise, well, they are in appearance different. So all of us, and we all see that the appearance does keep on shifting and changing. Appearance never remains the same. It is like Swami and his fellow. My picture might be there somewhere, maybe when I was 2 years old or 6 months old. Maybe. Can I put that picture on my driving license now? No. It is changing. It changes all the time. It is for last, say, 65 plus years, it was changing. Not that suddenly one fine morning, till then I was looking like the 2-month old and suddenly now look like that old. No, It is a continuously changing process. And that is this form. What does not change is this inner reality. That is the constant things. That is the permanence. We look for what is permanent. That alone is permanent. Everything else comes and goes. This whole earth also wasn't there some a few thousand years ago. Few means maybe how much I don't exactly know. What is the age of the earth, Shrikant? Do you know? Uh, a few billion years or trillion years? Huh? Billions. 4 billions. Yeah, yeah. 4.6 billions. Okay, good. Thank you. So, 4.6 billion years old. So, just a few years, 4.2 billions, that's all. Earth also was not there then. So, it is the solar system also had its age, it was not there. And it is not going to remain. Whether global warming or global cooling or whatever you may say, or none of these, still it is not going to remain indefinitely. It is shifting, changing, and things are going to change. It is all as Einstein's that general relativity theory predicts. Everything is going to merge into singularity. It is all is going to merge back. So it is like that. So, but what does not change is the substance within, that which appears in all these multiple forms. Thou art the woman, thou art the man, thou art the youth and the maiden too. And thou art the one, that old man, uh, tottering, leaning on a staff. So that also is same one God, different appearances. So it is that the appearances, when we are dealing with appearances, they have to be respected. Even though we know that it is the same stuff, substance, like we know the china, a china plate and a china cup. Well, we do not call the plate the cup. Well, that is cup, that is plate. Both are china, this clay, but things are different, used for different purposes. Okay, give me some coffee. Where will you put, Girish? Huh? Cup, not in the plate, So it is, yeah, exactly. So where will you put the bread? Okay, I will put it on the plate. So it is, they have different appearances, different functions. So, but then you are aware that if you let them fall on a hard ground, then both are going to break, and then the plate is not going to remain plate, cup is not going to remain cup. But the china is going to remain, the clay is going to remain. So that is the unchanging substance in and through all this. So this is then it says the same thing about the different colors. Neela patango harito lohitaksha tadidgarbha ratavo samudraha anadimatvam vibhutvena vartase yato jatani bhuvanani vishwa. A very poetic expression that thou art the dark blue butterfly. The colors, that give variety. Okay, how different these colors are. Butterfly. If you go to a zoo where there are lots of butterflies these days, it is because of whatever reasons you don't see many butterflies around. You have to go to a place to. In my childhood, the butterflies used to be all over everywhere. And yeah, as children, I remember we used to chase to catch them, and they are so elusive. As soon as you think that it is sitting right there, gone. So it is, and different colors. Now variety. This world is full of variety. That is the colors. That lohitaksho, that and the green parrot with red eyes. Again, see there is the variety in colors. Now do not get deluded by that and forget the underlying reality. That, oh, they are all very nice, very nice. Everything is very nice. What is not nice? But it is the inner reality that is common in all, whether you like it or whether you don't like it. What we like today, we don't like tomorrow. Whatever we get used to, then we don't like it anymore. Okay, that is the same thing over and over again. We get bored of that. So it is, and we want new things. So therefore, we don't keep on watching the same movie every day. It is, you watch today, okay, enough. If you like it a lot, maybe you will watch it second time or third time. But if constantly the same thing is playing, oh, what a boring thing. It is torture, not just boring. It is a big torture. It is that like our Shrikant plays those bhajans, very nice songs, very beautifully sung. But then after a while it becomes, when we are on a very long drive, then after 1 hour, 2 hours, hey, please change that. It is torture now. So it is therefore here there is variety. So you jump from variety here, there. So, but this substance is same. And when you get to the substance, then that substance, you are never bored by that. That is the beauty of getting to the substance. Thou art the thunder cloud, the seasons and the oceans. Thou art without beginning and beyond all time and space. Uh, Being beyond variety means beyond time and space. And the time and space is generated by our awareness of variety. Without awareness of variety, there cannot be awareness of time and space. This truth many do not see. And we sometimes, and that was in physical sciences, that used to be in the pre-Einstein era, that, well, these are the permanent frames provided, time and space, and in which everything exists. These are unchanging frames. Time, one coordinate, space another. So it is time and space. Then it was shown that it is relative. It is this, the different things give us the awareness of space, space between these two things, space between walls, and otherwise there is nothing like space. And these appearances keep on changing. Change gives us the notion of time. So when we become aware of the unchanging inner reality, our awareness goes beyond time and space. That is actually what is called living in the moment. This has become a glib word these days, that live in now, live in moment. It is a very important teaching, but not in a way that most people understand. It is that what it means is go beyond time. The time when in meditation all time gets concentrated into the present tense, the moment. That is how they were living in the moment is. So, we shall read this Swami Vivekananda's elucidation of all these teachings. It is from this Jnana Yoga book. So work, says the Vedanta, putting God in everything and knowing Him to be in everything. Work incessantly, holding life as something deified, as God Himself, and knowing that this is all we have to do, this is all we should ask for. God is in everything. Where else shall we go to find Him? He is already in every work, every thought, in every feeling. So, we will meditate on this for 30 seconds. After that, if you have some questions or comments, we will be discussing those too. Yes, please. Oh, yes, Charlie.
You say to have confidence, but it's hard for me to have confidence. It's hard for me to have confidence in something I have not experienced. Because everything here makes sense to me, but then outside people are all disagreeing, and there are a lot of different points of view. It's just hard to have confidence. And also, if there's some variety, like if I'm on a train or a plane, I can do japa. But if I'm just sitting, and in class I can, but if I'm trying to do it at home, it's not quite torture, but it just doesn't feel right. I guess there's no variety.
Well, let us, you have many questions put in there. First thing is that you don't get confidence unless you have experience. It is not entirely true. When you have to go to some place that you had never gone before, still you ask somebody how to go there and you go there confidently. You have the confidence there. So, also, this is, you have to see that the sages have experienced this. So, the confidence comes from that. It is whom will you believe? An ordinary, some person who has lot of selfishness and ignorance also, that person you believe with confidence. People even go to games, you see, and put their money with confidence, you say. It is, although there is nothing to for confidence, actually it is all reverse. You buy a lottery ticket with confidence. It is there, you do. How do you get confidence? Although you are sure that you are going to lose, probability is that you are not going to win. Still, you feel confident about it. And now here, it is your true nature. Feel confidence about it, that it is, hold on to this. So, this is one part of it. You have to see that many have done it before. You are not the first one to realize God. Before you, so many have. You are not on an uncharted sea, you see. It is, you are not an explorer in that sense. You are already, they many have traversed on this path and realized God. So feel confidence by their experience. Mm. That is, that there is, you are going to be saved, because there is this, many people by walking on this path have reached there. So, second thing is about this, that if you don't have confidence in this, uh, how do you have confidence in fleeting things? All these things are uncertain, but you confidently do that. It is, there is no confidence that it is, that this weather will remain like this. No, there could be a big storm, who knows. Mm. Yet we move with confidence. It is a very important thing that in the world, it is, all things are uncertain, and yet we move with confidence. That is how in ignorance the things look opposite to what they are. That which is completely uncertain, there is no truth, there is no joy there, yet we go there with confidence. And I mean, be rational, isn't it? So that is one question answer. Variety. That variety is not an aid to concentration, but then one gets concentrated on distraction. That is because what becomes, it is not really the meditation, but just thinking of various things, that becomes, then gets called as meditation. So it is, the for meditation you have to have, as it is, a conducive atmosphere. So therefore I ask people to come here early morning and sit for meditation. It is, or in the evenings, come and sit for meditation. Congenial atmosphere. In your home you are sitting, not that you are doing bad things at home, but it is still, there is the home awareness about it. All the attachments are just glued to that, and you think of, okay, this is the problem that I was dealing at my work, or I have this meeting to attend, I have to call my brother or whatever. So it is all that, oh, my friend was asking me about this, let me finish to do that. All those problems come when you are sitting at home. So in plain, why do you meditate? Because you don't have anything else to do. So maybe that might be the reason. So variety is an impediment, not a conducive thing for meditation. And what other question you asked? I forgot. That was about it. Good, good, good. Okay. Oh, web question. Okay. All the time, it is not that, okay, from tomorrow I will begin. No, respect the appearances in their proper way. Means, as I mentioned in the examples, that yes, the cup and the plate, both are clay. Now, respect the appearance means, pour your coffee not on the plate but in the cup. That is respecting the appearances. Respecting the appearances, it is when, as you see a fire engulfing a building. Well, it is fire, it has to be put out. Uh, Immediately inform the fire department that is to be put out. So respect that appearance, but do not feel that that is something which doesn't have God in it. The substance is same in a fire and in a flower. The underlying substance is same, but you would admire a flower for its beauty and take it near your nose. But fire, please, you don't do that. That is respecting the appearance. Look from a distance. Good, it is good. It is good from a distance. I remember we were discussing a very nice devotee, and then, but she has a somewhat at times turbulent nature, and then scolds people a lot. And so, although respecting her, people keep a little distance. So, when I was talking, when I had come recently to America, and some American Swami asked, "Have you met her in India?" I said, "Well, not really met. I saw her from a distance." That is the right way to see her. So it is, that doesn't mean disrespecting the divinity, but respecting the appearance. That it is both are should be there. They respecting the appearance, and that is to be switched right now. If we are glued only to appearance, switch right now to the underlying same reality. It is therefore the meditation initially is therefore push aside the appearances and see that divine, which is common reality in all. So that is how the beginning has to be made. Okay, let me close the eyes. Why you are told to close the eyes in meditation is because of that. That now the variety is not seen. Open the eyes and there is variety. Close the eyes and there is the uniform darkness. Mm. So now the appearances are kind of out of the way, and that helps you to concentrate on the one reality that manifests as all. The challenge is that when you open the eyes, now you should be holding on to this awareness of one while perceiving the many. So, this is a matter of practice. Intense, long standing practice is necessary for that purpose. Yes, Girish? Both they are it is simultaneous appearance of both is a gradual step. It is concentrate on one, but then when your eyes are open, be aware of that, and therefore what is called a service to other. Serve others. That will make you see the one in both. That is called the great method. Psychologically, there is no better method than what is called karma yoga, the yoga of action. That just as you work for this piece of flesh and blood, and so you see I here and you there. But then when you work for somebody else, serve that person, then one will be able to see that same I there also. It happens gradually, and that becomes then the slowly the awareness that in different appearances, the self is same, becomes stronger and thicker. Yeah, that does happen. Yes, Shrikant? Yeah, faces in all directions means it tells the variety that people are moving apparently in different directions, but then they on different paths, but then God is appearing in all of them. It is because they emanate from the same source. When they go out, obviously they have to go in different directions. So that is how the faces are in different directions. It is whether they are going out or whether as spiritual aspirants they are converging, their faces will be in different directions. Somebody is approaching Providence from, say, from south, will have the face towards north, and somebody who is approaching, say, from north will have the face towards south. It is like that. So let us conclude with the closing prayers. Tomorrow we have a day long meditation. Day long means silent meditation. Every Saturday, what we have is the guided meditation and prayer session from 11 to 12. That will be as usual. But from 12 noon to 8 in the evening, it will be silent meditation. So, at noon time, the doors will close. So, if we want to meditate, have to come before that. And there is the spiritual day long retreat coming up on 11th. So, if you haven't registered, please register as soon as possible. Om Shanti 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 Hare Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.